Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $1.07. You know, so many people out there are still saying, wait until next week when we go all the way back down to 50 cents again. It's going to take some really devastating news to send XRP back to 50 cents. Honestly, I don't think we're going back under $1. We bounced off of $1 earlier today. Well, almost $1. And then we started coming back up. And this looks like we're starting an upward trend once again. And Kenny says, congratulations to all XRP holders worldwide. We close out the weekly candle above $1. To all the chart analysts, I proved you wrong. Go XRP to the next phase, $1.30. Plus, Gary Gensler is expected to step down today. That could be good for all of crypto. I would expect every single cryptocurrency to start running up if Gary steps down. And, you know, there's so much to look forward to as an XRP holder. I mean, we're all expecting Ripple's new stablecoin to launch at some point. Beyond that, we're expecting crypto regulations early 2025. That's going to be very bullish for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. That's when we could start to really see institutional adoption. But everybody just loves to hate on XRP. Even when the market's green, even when XRP's pumping, people just somehow find a way to hate on XRP. I don't get it. Altcoins are starting to warm up ahead of the major run. The bullish wave we are witnessing is just a trailer to the biggest one, which hasn't even begun yet. Like I said, we are not in alt season yet. I see people saying alt season is over, and it hasn't even started yet. What's coming next is going to be absolutely incredible. I see people also saying that they think this is a good time to take profit. If you're taking profit at $1.07, you are going to miss out on some great returns. I'm expecting $10 plus early, and then later, most likely, we will reach the top around $27. And people are still expecting much higher than that. I'm just being conservative. I'm sure you would love that. XRP prime for $100 price target. Now, I never agree with Barry C. Honestly, if you think I have good hopium, this guy has the best hopium around. He's calling for like $1 million plus per XRP. But I actually agree with him here. He's talking about an ETF possibly getting XRP to a price point of $15 to $20. And that's just, you know, an ETF happening in the United States. He goes on to say that we will eventually hit $100, but that's if utility kicks in, if XRP is being used for cross-border payments, and so on. And I agree with that. You know, if this is going to be a typical run, XRP maybe comes in around $20 or so to $27. Now, if we get utility pushing the price of XRP, that changes everything. Then we could easily see 3 digits. And that's what a lot of people are expecting, because they're expecting once Trump takes office in January and we have a pro-crypto Congress and major changes at the SEC, where we could possibly get a pro-crypto chair at the SEC, they're expecting regulations by February. Might take a little bit longer than that, but it looks like it's going to happen in 2025. And even Uphold kind of gave us a hint. In your opinion, which do you think is easier for a cryptocurrency? Growing from less than a penny to a penny, jumping from a penny to $1, or climbing from $1 to $100? Now, that third one is kind of like we're at $1 for XRP right now. Are they hinting at a 3-digit XRP? Because Uphold in the past has said, what would you do if XRP hits $1,000? What are you going to be tweeting out or posting on X? So I think that third one is a hint that maybe we go from $1 to $100. But I'm just speculating. Ripple suddenly burns 53 million RLUSD ahead of stablecoin launch. Now, like I said, a lot of people are saying Ripple's stablecoin is going to go live any day now. I see people making predictions for this week, but I don't think it's going to happen that soon. I think if Gary steps down at the SEC, resigns, then I think it could happen by the end of this year. If we don't have any changes at the SEC, I think this goes into early 2025 because we are going to have, Ripple doesn't want to rush and release RLUSD only to have more problems with the corrupt SEC. That's what I think is really holding back the launch of RLUSD. But I do believe we will see it by the end of this year. And I really think Gary will be gone by the end of November. Let's hope it happens today. And this is how a lot of people think about XRP. This comes from Rex. XRP is one of those coins I will just never buy, no matter what happens or how much it's pumping. I hate Ripple, everything they stand for, the people who run it. It's an antithesis to Bitcoin, and it disgusts me. And Anders replied, a lot of people like this in crypto. XRP is the most hated coin. Other coins may be hated outside the crypto sphere amongst normies. XRP is hated inside crypto as well, not just by people outside of crypto. This will be the most hated rally in history. You know, this is going to be the biggest run for XRP so far. I think it's going to go much higher over time with utility driving the price. But if this is going to be a normal alt season, this is still going to be the biggest run we have ever seen for XRP. And a lot of people out there that hate this cryptocurrency are going to hate to see it happen. But at least we won't have to hear all their hateful comments on a daily basis about XRP. They will all be silenced by the massive green candles. This, I gotta point out, Bitcoin is not a US-based company. Therefore, will be subjected to capital gains. Convert your Bitcoin into XRP quick. Trump talking about making American-made cryptos not taxed. And this would go in line with creating a massive crypto hub here in the United States. But we're looking at this from a retail investor perspective. Now let's take a look at it from an institutional investor perspective. Why would you want to hold Bitcoin on your balance sheet if you know you're going to have to pay capital gains on any returns you get on that Bitcoin, when you could just shift and put your money into an XRP ETF or XRP in general? You would avoid the crypto taxes. And this is going to be very big for American-made cryptocurrencies. ADA, Algo, HBAR is also going to benefit from this if Trump puts this in place. Now, here's why I think this is going to happen. Because Trump now wants to push ahead with innovation. He sees what other countries are doing with crypto taxes. He knows this is a great idea here in the United States to get things building out and growing. I definitely think he's going to push in this direction. I honestly hope we have no crypto taxes on our XRP. But this is also why I'm not rushing to sell any crypto in 2024. I'd rather take profit in 2025 and hopefully not have to pay capital gains tax. This comes from BearX due to news of XRP shortage in the open market. We can come to 3 conclusions. First, Ripple, the largest buyer of XRP ever, caused the price of XRP to drop to very low levels and buys XRP from people who give up. This is where the Phoenix theory comes from. Second, Ripple raises the price of XRP, starting from where we are right now, above $5 up to $20, and causes a large portion of retail investors to sell, thinking they already have a high profit. Third, XRP holders go through this phase simply by doing nothing, meaning holding their XRP, which forces Ripple to have no choice but to increase the price even more for a buyback. What I think is going to happen is this. If you think people got shaken out by the sideways action, by the dips that happened, the biggest shakeouts are going to happen on the way up. Because you're going to have people calling the top every single day. They're going to say, this is the top. Take profit now, only to watch it go higher. Because nobody could call this market 100%. You got to look at a lot of things to see if the top is in. You got to see if the narrative shifted. You got to look and see if there's utility pushing the price of XRP. I think regulations are going to send XRP so high, people are going to be shocked by it. Because all of a sudden, we're going to be getting those big announcements and institutional adoptions going to be happening at the same time. But you got to look even beyond that at real world events that are playing out as well. What's it like? Is the U.S. now involved in a war somewhere in the world? What does the stock market look like? What does the economy look like? Are things starting to improve? We have to look at all those things when the time comes, when XRP is really starting to move. And we'll cross those bridges once we get there. This comes from Smoke. A lot of Fortune 500 companies are waiting for clarity like Mika. The world's largest companies are eagerly preparing to deploy trillions of dollars into the crypto markets as they launch financial services on popular protocols. Mika will be the real catalyst for innovation. You know why Mika is so important? You know why regulations are so important? Because nobody's going to come here and dump trillions of dollars in an unregulated space. It's just not going to happen. Once you have regulations like Mika in place, all of a sudden, every single institution out there will want to get money parked into crypto. And that's what's going to happen over time. And this will lead to mass adoption. Now, is this going to take years? Absolutely not. Once regulations are in place, I expect big things to happen within weeks. Weekly, you're going to have more and more institutions onboarding every single week. Brad Garlinghouse emphasizes that Ripple's vision is to give people economic freedom. We are rewiring financial infrastructure in a way that's good for society. Take a listen to this.
Unlocking those kind of economic borders, the friction that exists today. By unlocking that, you open up opportunities for entrepreneurs, for even the people who want to send money home to anywhere you may have come from in, pick your country in South America. And so we think by doing that, you're giving people opportunity, economic freedom. You're inviting them into, people who are unbanked can become more banked, partly because you're simply reducing costs, but partly also there's some people who can hold crypto and transact that don't have a bank account, and that's okay. So we think that by kind of moving the world forward, we're rewiring financial infrastructure in a way that's good for society.
They're leveling the playing field for everyone. That's what's happening. And we take for granted having a bank account. But there's places in the world where if people had a bank account, it changes their life forever. And that's what crypto is opening up around the world. That's what Ripple is on a mission to do, level the playing field. Same thing with Stellar. They're leveling the playing field. And there's still 1.7 billion people that are still unbanked. I think once that gap starts to close, that will happen with institutional adoption as well. Because all of a sudden, institutions are going to be saying, hey, look over here. There's a group of people that that don't have access to a bank account. Let's get them banked. Let's make some money off of these people over here. Because there's going to be money to be made no matter what. But if people could send money around the world in a matter of seconds for pennies on the dollar, absolutely mass adoption will happen for this technology. People around the world are going to figure out what a utility digital asset is and why it is good to have it as part of your portfolio. Virtune now opened an XRP ETP. And I think this is in the Nordic region. But you see overseas, this is already happening. Here in the US, we're still waiting for Gary to be gone at the SEC. So Trump's going to want to work quick. He's going to want to get the United States up and running as far as innovation. He's also going to want to have crypto adoption happening at the same time. And if you're going to cut the taxes on crypto that's made in the United States, absolutely, you will see a boom for these cryptocurrencies. And I think Trump already knows that. He's surrounded himself with all the people that know what the world's looking for. We don't need a whole bunch of ABC, parts of the United States government. They want to get rid of a lot of people that work in the government who never even go to work. They're sitting at home collecting a government paycheck, and they don't really have anything to do or any real purpose. Once you cut the government spending and you get innovation going in the United States, do you know how exciting of a time that's going to be going forward? I also expect inflation to start coming down as well. And then you start to look at ending the Fed and replacing it with something else. Then you get rid of the IRS totally. People would start opening new businesses. They'd be improving their properties. Most people are held back because they know they're getting a tax bill at the end of every year. I'm expecting 2025 to be a very exciting time, but we still got to get through the rest of 2024. But looking at XRP sitting here at $1.07, when we do get pullbacks now, they're not as devastating as when it was happening while we're sitting at 55 cents and the price drops by a nickel. That was very discouraging. But when it happens above $1 and you could see the volatility, you could see the bigger moves happening now, it's not quite as bad anymore. And people just kind of ignore it, waiting for the next leg up. But hopefully this is a great week ahead. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.